Good morning and welcome everyone. Myself, Fasna from first year MA Philosophy. So, my seminar topic is 11 Vows of Gandhi. As we all know who is Gandhi, we don't need any explanation or definition profile to know who is Gandhi. But still, he was born in 1869, October 2nd, and he was passed away in January 13, 1948, which is the next year of independence. He is a prominent spiritual and political leader. He is the spokesman of ahimsa, peace and truth. We know his role in Indian freedom struggle. He gave his majority of life to Indian society. So we are coming to the 11 Vows of Gandhi. The first one is Satya. Truth is the most important vow. The word Satya is from Sat, which means being. According to Gandhi, truth is God. Why truth is God? For Gandhi, truth was both a metaphysical reality and a political guide for ethical living. He saw it as the essence of divine nature and believed that aligning oneself with truth was the highest spiritual and moral pursuit. Gandhiji often equated God with truth. Seeking truth is a form of seeking divine. So one who chooses a life according to the truth will get closer to God. Observance of the truth was expected not only in speech but also in thought and in action. Truth should be in deeds, words and thought. So whoever seeks truth should be truthful in her or his words, thoughts and deeds. Second one is non-violence, ahimsa. Violence leads to more violence and hampers the clear vision which is essential for the pursuit of truth. Because person who practices violence can't seek truth. At a personal level, ahimsa consists is not only forbearing from physical violence. In order to achieve non-violence, it is necessary to remove the mind all hatred, all jealousy and all desire to harm even those who harm us. At a social level, the goal of ahimsa is to create a society where there would be no need to act in an anti-social manner and hence no need for any punishment. Why we can remove punishment? Because members of the society should consider everyone as their own brothers. So there will not be a disparity. If everyone thinks of everyone's betterment, it will create less or no violence. If there is no violence, we didn't need any punishment. The third one is brahmacharya, celibacy or chastity. Brahmacharya normally connotes rigid control over sexual urge. An unmarried man who shuns sex is called brahmachari. According to Gandhiji, however, this is a very narrow meaning of the word. Brahmacharya really means moving towards Brahma, that is towards the truth. For such a person, a control over all senses is necessary. It is obvious that brahmacharya, like truth and non-violence, should be othered to not only at the physical level but also at the level of thought. To have a passion in the mind while practicing physical control of the senses is not really brahmacharya. Control of sex can also help sadhaka to gain control over his other senses, not only mentally but physically. The fourth one is non-stealing asteya. In an ordinary sense, very few people actually steal anything from others, partly because of the social stigma attached to the stealing. Because stealing is actually wrong and socially offensive. According to him, those members of the family who help themselves to better facilities, depriving the other members are thieves. Even those who enjoy luxurious not available to the lower strata of society are also thieves. So a person who wishes to apply asteya in his life or to lead such a simple life that he takes for himself from the society only his minimum requirement. As we all hear the simple living and high thinking of Gandhi. And the fifth one is non-possessive, abhirigraha. Abhirigraha is almost a corollary of asteya. For Gandhiji, non-possession was also a proof of one's faith in God. He used to quote instances of devotees who did not believe in keeping back a little food even for the next meal. Gandhiji realized that giving up possessions was no easy matter. The concept of trusteeship diluted social extension of both Austria and public life. The trusteeship, that means who possess wealth and resources should act as a trustees or stewards of those resources, managing them in a way that benefits society as a whole. Wealth is viewed not as a personal property but for the benefit for others. These five vows are considered as the cardinal principles by Gandhi because they form the fundamental core principles of his ethical and spiritual philosophy. These vows are central to the Gandhi's understanding of personal and social morality. Then the next one is bread labor, Sharira Shri. Gandhi got the idea of bread labor from the Tolstoy's Kingdom of God is Within You. The idea is that everyone must put in some physical labor to earn his daily bread. An intellectual or an artist or a person with any other ability should utilize that ability for the service of society, while bread should be earned through physical labor. Economic differences in society can be mitigated in this way. Even those professions essential to society, those of a teacher, a doctor, a pleader, the wages of the professional should not be more than those of physical labours. Gandhiji modified this idea into concept of Srama Yajna. Srama Yajna means sacrifice act of working for the betterment of society. At the time when Gandhi presented this concept to India, cheap foreign clothes was being dumped in the country by the British rulers to the detriment of our indigenous industry. So Gandhiji revived the art of spinning and decided that spinning the charka should be the symbol of Srama Yajna. The ashramites were expected to spin for an hour every day without fail. This exercise was called Sutra Yajna. Seventh one is control of palate, Aswada. Gandhiji gave it a special place as a separate vow because he believed that control of the palate was inevitable for Brahmacharya. Palate is actually a part inside the mouth. Here, the most important condition of the Aswadas, the conviction that food is meant only to sustain the body for the service of others. So, to indulge the taste by a variety of culinary delicious was against the spirit of Aswada. This vow was adhered to rather rigidly in the ashram. The food in the common kitchen was as simple as possible without any condiments. Condiments like spices, salt, spice, etc. Sometimes even without salt. So, while controlling means for the self-discipline, self-control, simplicity and minimalism. Eighth one is fearlessness, Abhaya. Fearlessness is the backbone of most other virtues. Gandhiji appreciated the importance of fearlessness partly because he used to be a timid child full of kind of fears. Later on, he consciously trained himself to be fearlessness. Fears are innumerable. Here, he considered the fearlessness in every box. If we take it truth or non-violence, there should be a fearlessness. The person, this fearless person can only be confident and challenges with courage. If we are taking non-violence in a violent society, we have to be more courageous. And if we speak truth in everyone, we have to be more courageous. The fear of God. In order to realize truth, it is necessary to remove all fears, which is hardly possible. The fear of God, which in other words means the fear of wrongdoing, is one fear which no one should give up. Ninth one, equal respect for all religions. Sarva Dharma Samanatva. This is a very important vow in multi-religious country like India. One has a natural respect for one's own religion and values, but that respect need not lead one into disrespect for other religions. All the religions help their adherents to proceed towards an ideal life. All religions have devotees who realize God in their own way. So one should never consider one's own religions to be only perfect religion. All should study first one's own religion and then as many others as possible and appreciate the good points of all that. In the daily prayers of ashram, there were chantings from the Quran, Buddhist prayers and the Bible and so on. In South Africa, a bhajan was being sung which said, "Dear to me is name of Rama." And a Parsi friend once suggested, "Why don't we sing Dear to me is the name of Hormuz?" The congregation took up the idea. That was the spirit generated by the Gandhis, the ideal of Sarva Dharma Samabhava. So everyone should treat everyone's religion equal. The 10th one is duty towards the neighbor, Swadeshi. So here neighbor is considered as our country, our nations. As early as 1909, Gandhi had found that India was filled with items of everyday use imported from England. This was one of the main causes of the impoverishment of the country. Then again, it was necessary to induce Indians to be the proud of their country. In order to achieve this, Gandhiji, after returning to India in 1950, researched on Khadi. He re-established the forgotten charkha and unfolded his theory of Swadeshi for the rejuvenation of Indian economy and Indian self-respect. It emphasizes the importance of self-reliance, local production, use of domestic goods, boycotting foreign goods, economic justice, arresting national identity. The 11th one, the last one, is removal of untouchability, Asprishyada Navaran. Navaran means Nivaran. This vow meant that Assamese would mix as freely with so-called untouchables as with all other people. This was perhaps the vow most difficult to be practiced. Among the Assamese themselves, all were not free from the age-old Hindu belief that a person born in certain caste pollutes other by his touch. For Gandhi, ever since his 12th year, the idea that any human being was inferior to another was not palatable. He always resisted the very basis of untouchability. He called it a cancer of Hindu society. He had already started practicing the removal of untouchability while in South Africa. Then soon after he returned to India, he accepted an untouchable family in the ashram. Several of the inmates, including Kasturba, were quite upset at this step. The financial aid that the ashram was receiving all but stopped. Gandhiji, however, did not flinch from his decision. The resentment soon died down and sympathetic friends solved the financial problems as well. Later, Gandhiji gave them the name Harijan to the untouchables. The word Harijan means children of God. So, why we follow Gandhiji's vows? As we all know who is Gandhi, we don't need any explanation who is Gandhi. Here are some points which we can point out the outcomes when we follow the vows. Ethical guidance like integrity, honesty, respect in their interactions, promoting peace, non-violence, personal development, self-discipline and self-control. Example, practicing chastity can lead to a deeper focus on personal goals. Social impact, non-stealing and non-possession. Spiritual growth, vows can lead to spiritual growth and inner peace. Role model, Gandhi's own life demonstrated the practical application of these principles and showed how they could lead to significant social and political change. So, coming to the conclusion, how these vows are relevant in contemporary society. Gandhi's vows offer timeless principles that can address contemporary challenges and promote a more ethical, peaceful and sustainable world. Their application can help individuals and societies navigate the complexities of modern life by striving for greater justice, harmony and fulfillment. So these were the 11 vows which practiced in Gandhi's ashram also. They were quite well known in his lifetime. Even non-ashramites studied them and tried to follow some of them to some extent. Even the vows are relevant and influential, there are some criticisms also. If you are taking the non-violence have some practical limitations. For an immediate and violent aggression, we can't do non-violence in contemporary world. Like if you are taking trusteeship, let's just think about today's world. Who's going to give their wealth to somebody else, which they will be make between 15 years of hard work or something. Not even to the brothers or sisters, they are not giving their wealth. Then if you are taking celibacy, it is a personal commitment. We can't force them. We can't practice in married life, I think. Even physical or mental, after that, in married life, in my opinion, we can practice celibacy in Gandhi's opinion. Even Gandhi practiced this celibacy after he having 4 children. So maybe before marrying life, persons can follow brahmacharya. capitalism, Gandhi's principles continue to inspire and provoke thoughtful discussion on other ethics and social justice. These are the references that I have taken my points from.